How many different ways can you say no without actually saying the word no? A simple no might sound blunt, rude, or even unfriendly, but if we use different words or phrases, we can sound more polite, we can sound kind, or even funny, depending on the situation. So let's not waste time and let's go over some common ways of refusing in British English. In today's lesson, I'm going to cover the more casual and everyday ways of saying no. But please let me know down in the comment section if you would like me to go over the more formal responses. Just write formal responses, please, down in the comment section, and I'll try to get that lesson out for you as soon as I can. Let's kick things off with a simple nah. Nah. This one is more spoken than written. It's a really casual and informal way of saying no, and it's commonly used in the UK. For example, do you want to go out tonight? Nah, I'm too tired. Nah, I'm too tired. Very informal. And another similar one is nope. Nope. But this one is a bit more universal and used in both British English and American English. For example, have you done your homework? Nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Then we have not really, not really. For example, do you like mushrooms? Not really, not really. Next, not a chance, not a chance. If someone says to you, do you think you'd be able to run the marathon this summer? You could say, not a chance, not a chance. It's a definite no. Another casual alternative is no way, no way. If your friend asks you to do a bungee jump, you could say, no way, no way, I'm petrified of heights. No way am I doing a bungee jump. Here's another very British response. Nah, you're all right. Nah, you're all right. So if someone says to you, do you fancy a drink? You could say, nah, you're all right. Nah, you're all right. So this one can be confusing because it has several different meanings. For example, it can be used to reject or refuse something. It's often used when someone offers you something like a drink or food or some help. But it can also be used to downplay a compliment or a praise. So if someone compliments you or thanks you, you might use it to like humbly brush off the praise. For example, if someone says, thanks for helping me with that, you could say, no, you're all right. No, you're all right. So this means it's not a big deal. You don't need to thank me, or don't worry about it. It was nothing. No, you're all right. Another way of saying no and refusing is, it doesn't sound like my thing, to be honest. It doesn't sound like my thing, to be honest. So if someone says, we're going camping this weekend, you want to join? You could say, it doesn't sound like my thing, to be honest. I'm more of an indoor person. So this is like, it's not my cup of tea. Doesn't sound like my thing. Or you could say, maybe another time. Maybe another time. For example, are you coming to the barbecue this Saturday? Maybe another time. I've got family over this weekend. Maybe another time. But bear in mind that if someone tells you maybe another time, what they probably mean is never. But they don't want to be rude, so they leave some room for hope. But honestly, it's more likely not going to happen, so don't get your hopes up. You could also say, I'll give it a miss. I'll give it a miss. So here's an example. We're going to that new vegan cafe. Do you want to come with us? I'll give it a miss. Cheers. I'll give it a miss. Cheers. Maybe another time. This next one is slightly more dramatic and a strong way to refuse, but still mostly used in informal situations, but not always. And it's often said jokingly, but it can also be serious depending on the tone and the situation. So if someone says, can I dye your hair bright pink? Over my dead body, I like my hair just the way it is. So, in more serious situations, you can use this one if you completely disagree with an idea or you want to protect someone or something from what feels completely unacceptable or outrageous to you. For example, should I sell grandma's old record collection? Over my dead body, those are staying in the family. And another example, can I delete all your games to make space on the hard drive? Over my dead body. So basically, this is a hard no. It's dramatic, sometimes it's emotional, and often hilarious, depending on how you use it. The next one is so sarcastic, I love it. Imagine someone says to you, do you want to come to the finance committee meeting? And you reply by saying, I'd rather watch paint dry. I'd rather watch paint dry. So basically, it's a no. That sounds boring, and watching paint, like white paint, dry on a wall sounds more exciting than going to some finance committee meeting. One more. No can do. No can do. Can you cover my shift tomorrow? Sorry, no can do. No can do. One more. I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks. Do you need any help with that? I'm good, thanks. I've got it under control. I'm good, thanks. I've got it under control. Or maybe, do you want another slice of cake? I'm good, thanks. That was plenty. I'm good, thanks. That was plenty. Sounds more like a response to how are you, but yeah, if you say I'm good, thanks, it also means no, I'm all right. I don't need anything. And the last one I have for you isn't used every day, right? But it's great if you can remember it and use it in certain situations because it can be a great humorous response that will definitely make you sound like a native speaker. So imagine someone says to you something like, I dare you to eat a fried cockroach. You could say, not even for all the tea in China. Not even for all the tea in China. And you know how much Brits love drinking tea, right? So here you're basically refusing a lifelong supply of tea. I wouldn't eat a cockroach, not even for all the tea in China. And that's it, guys. Now you've seen that there are lots of different ways to say no in casual British English. And if you're interested in learning how to say yes instead, you can also check out this video here. Practice using these expressions in real life situations with your friends, in class, or even just out loud to yourself. The more you use them, the more they'll start to feel natural in conversation. Next time someone asks you something and you want to say no, try one of these instead and see how the conversation changes. I really hope you found the lesson helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did and subscribe if you'd like to see more lessons like this. I upload a new lesson every single Friday. Until then, take care and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.